assignment that I make today, and before I begin my presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rindra Gunawan, and my name is 1911035. I'm from EF1E. My class is EF1E, and my major is informatics. Today I would like to introduce you about a history of PlayStation. And without further ado, let's just jump into it. A look back at PlayStation console. Sony launched its PlayStation brand back in 1994, if I'm not mistaken, and since then, the company has released 4 major consoles: PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, all of which has received refreshing design. The PlayStation division now represents 78% of Sony profit, and with the company releasing its Pro system in November, we thought we'd take a stroll down memory lane to look back at all of the PlayStation consoles. The first one is PlayStation 1. The original PlayStation launched in Japan on December 3, 1994. It went on to become the first video game console to ship more than 100 million units. It's considered to be part of the 5th generation of game console and competed against the Sega Saturn, Nintendo 64, and in the mid-90s. The notable games that this PlayStation have is Resident Evil series 1, 2, and 3, Tekken series, Dead or Alive, Tomb Raider, and Final Fantasy. The next console that PlayStation made is PlayStation 2. First released in Japan on March 4, 2000, the PlayStation 2 has gone on to become the best-selling console to date, even until now, selling more than 155 million units over a 12-year span. The PS2 is part of the 6th generation, which is a console that competed with Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo GameCube, and Microsoft Xbox. Ultimately, the PS2 legs up on the competition was its sheer library size. The console produced well over 2,000 games, which is considered to be very large if you are comparing it to the Xbox 360 and the GameCube. The next thing is the notable games from PS2, which is Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City and San Andreas, and also Final Fantasy 10, yeah. And then also the Devil May Cry series. It was first begin in the PlayStation 2, if I'm not mistaken. The next one is PlayStation 3, first released on November 11, 2006 in Japan. The PlayStation 3 sold more than 80 million units worldwide and competed against Microsoft Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, launching at that time $600. It was the most expensive system of the bunch, but it was first console to have Blu-ray drive and was priced cheaper than most standalone Blu-ray player when it launched. So it is different from Xbox 360 because it's the first console that used a Blu-ray system in its console. The notable games that this console have is The Last of Us, Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, the Uncharted 2 and 3, The Little Big Planet, Red Dead Redemption, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of Patriot, and then Guns of War, the third Guns of War. And the last but not least is PlayStation 4. Sony released the PlayStation 4 in North America on November 15, 2013. It sold 1 million units within the first day, making it the fastest selling console in a 24-hour period to date. So even the PlayStation 2, which is the most purchased console in history, cannot compete with this PlayStation 4. The PS4 is also paving the way for PlayStation VR's support this year. I think it's also the first console that implement the VR system. The next thing is the notable games in this console, which is Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Bloodborne, Infamous, Second Son, Until Dawn, and then Red Dead Redemption 2, and also Final Fantasy 15, and then there's also Kingdom Hearts. The good thing about this console, this PlayStation, is that there are also rumors that the PlayStation 5 is also going to come out a few years from now. but there's no information about its shape or its design. So I guess we need to really be patient to wait for what's going to come for this PlayStation 5. I guess that's all I have to say. If I say something wrong or there are mistakes, you can comment and critique in my video. Thank you and good day.